in number 3, what does the title Metropolitan signify? The title Metropolitan, in the context of the Christian Church, particularly within the Eastern Orthodox and some other traditions, signifies a senior bishop who oversees a large ecclesiastical jurisdiction known as a metropolis. Here are some key points about the title. And then they give points about the jurisdiction, hierarchy, responsibilities, and cultural significance. Overall, the title Metropolitan carries a sense of authority and responsibility within the ecclesiastical hierarchy,
I've gone
making
everywhere.
an important role in the governance of the church. Was there a hidden door somewhere? I mean, presumably if there was, it would be around one of the edges.
Well, so now I'm confused because all I did was just like, left down, right down. I think maybe this doesn't form quite the grid I think it does because I just encountered wolves and I hadn't seen wolves before.
Yeah. Then look at another gem roll.
Yeah. Sure looks just like a perfect grid. And all of these doors are open, which certainly suggests that I went through there. Maybe you just need to open every single door. I'm going to now operate under the assumption that you need to open every single door, and so the right solution is to go up and down after going left and right.
That would be the most diligent thing, to open every single door.
Diligence is one word for it.
SpecLad suggests that Metropolitan's Russian terminology is Metropolit. And then SpecLad also wants me to ask ChatGPT where Mama Pepperoni is located.
It better say Elginet, Pennsylvania.
Something went wrong with generating the response. If this issue persists, please contact us through our help center.
I'll bet that it tried to generate something sexually suggestive and thought, well, that can't be right. And then it decided it wasn't you prompt engineering it, and so it just gave a generic error message.
I refreshed and that disappeared. So actually, I'm guessing it's a server issue at the moment. Yeah, I think that they're having server issues at the moment.
Why? Why now?
Why
times. Maybe I'll just leave my team in battle mode and I'll just continue opening every door.
Yeah, it's certainly faster until you run into enemies.
I keep encountering enemies that I didn't find going the other direction, so I feel like there's still something wacky that I haven't quite figured out. It looked at Mama's Twitter and fainted, says SpecLad in chat. You broke the entire ChatGPT server infrastructure by asking it to look up Mama Pepperoni.
Yeah, yeah, could be. Seems possible.
Well, I would suggest more things to twerble ChatGPT with, but apparently it's gonna be a little shit. Is there somebody invisible or something?
Let me try opening a new chat just to see if it's that particular thread that's broken. No, it's just broken. It's just server down.
How dare they? If I run out of the ingredients for unlock, I'm going to be real pissed off. Wasn't Exodus like a bunch of floor tiles? Maybe you had to talk to the floor. Talk to the floor because the face ain't listening. Where's the rest of my team? I lost my team. Just don't even worry about that skeleton. It's fine. I mean, honestly, what the hell is going on? What is this game? What am I supposed to be doing? What is happening right now? This could be a good place to level up Bellend, says SpecLad in chat. I suppose that's true. This could be a good place to level up the old Bellend, if you know what. One of the particularly incompetent British prime ministers introduced...
I just realized I was muted.
Cool. Introduced the what is it, Minister of Leveling Up. And I can't deal with that.
So, the ChatGPT's back is what I was going to say. Yeah, so unfortunately, ChatGPT's back. Because where is Mama Pepperoni from? Mama Pepperoni is a fictional character from the animated series Pizza Tower. She is often depicted as a humorous and larger-than-life figure associated with pizza and Italian culture. The game features a whimsical, colorful art style. The game, animated series game, features a whimsical, colorful art style and is inspired by classic platformers, with Mama Pepperoni serving as a memorable character within its vibrant world. If you're referring to a different Mama Pepperoni, let me know. I am referring to a different Mama Pepperoni.
I want to understand how, after years of people complaining that ChatGPT just lies constantly, it's exactly the same. Nothing has changed. It's like, I mean, I'm sure it is. I understand it is difficult because it's like a really stupid mechanism of doing quasi-intelligence. It's like difficult to get it to be truthful, but like they've done nothing. They've done nothing. As far as I can tell, they've done nothing. Is this real? Look it up. Says Speckline in chat. The game and/or animated series.
Pizza Tower. I don't know.
Pizza Tower. Oh, maybe it's a tower defense game. So when are we gonna ditch LLMs in its current form? Asks Van Whitman in chat. The problem is we have no replacement that is vaguely more intelligent or anything, so it's not like we have anything to replace them with right now. We can, replace them with nothing in a lot of cases, but just replace them with don't use that stupid thing.
Unfortunately, the ChatGPT is down again, so...
Too much Mama Pepperoni. So, Van Woman asks when we're gonna ditch large language models. Becklad says maybe we can replace them with very large language models. Sherry's not dead. Sherry's right there.
The LLMs.
That's using astronomy naming convention for language models.
Exactly.
Uh-oh, we have the very large telescope, but we built an even larger telescope. Well, this one's the extremely large telescope. We built an even bigger one. God damn it. I don't think you're going the right way, the Weasel says Van Weapon in chat. All I'm gonna do is persistently, using my incredible persistence, I'm going to open every single door, and then when that doesn't work, I'm going to cry a lot. That's my strategy. This is also the high-frequency naming system, says Specklat in chat. I feel like I do remember, like, high-frequency, very high-frequency, ultra-frequency, maybe, being a thing, yeah. It does feel like a naming system that people just won't learn their lesson on. Like, we just keep naming things really very big or high or, whatever, and don't manage to figure out that that's never going to be a good idea. If you could kill the enemy instead of Duper, that would be super cool. Time for heal, he always says Van Whitman in chat. Duper will be fine. Not Duper. Bell End will be fine. Well, Duper will also be fine. Oh, this is the edge, so that means I've gone everywhere.
Were you looking carefully at all the walls?
Nope. I was looking
All right, I finally
carelessly at
got
all
through
of
to
this.
ChatGPT. I am referring to a different. This is me. I am referring to a different Mama Pepperoni, the one associated with Twitter prompts, etc. ChatGPT says the Mama Pepperoni you're referring to is a character often associated with Twitter writing prompts and creative storytelling communities. Mama
Sure
Pepperoni
is.
became popular in meme culture and online circles, where she is humorously portrayed as a tough, matronly figure who gives no nonsense advice or makes witty remarks. Oh, so she's an Ask Mama Pepperoni, often related to cooking, family, or Italian stereotypes. Her origin appears to be part of these online interactions where users create their own lore and stories around her character. Unlike a fully developed character from a specific media source, Mama Pepperoni is more of a shared internet persona that people contribute to through memes, fan art, and short-form content on platforms like Twitter. No, that's wrong.
Could not be more correct. I don't understand why OpenAI seems to be uninterested in doing anything about hallucination. Oh, you know what? I know exactly who you should ask why OpenAI doesn't do anything about
AI.
AI hallucinating. Yeah, ask ChatGPT.
Why isn't there anything being done about hallucination in large language models, specifically, or I should say, in other words, LMs confidently stating false information as if it's real? Something went wrong. Hey, look, they're down again.
You tried to learn the truth.
Yep.
I guess time to look at all walls. I don't want to do this.
What's the name of this dungeon?
Persistence.
That wasn't like. I know it might have sounded like
I
like,
realized that you were, yeah, because you're like looking something up, but I was just also having a moment there.
Yeah.
New enemies continue to appear, Specklad, but also old enemies respawn. So I really don't know what the hell is happening.
Are they near Moonglow?
I don't think, like, these are all in the underworld.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's not persistence. It's diligence.
Oh, diligence. Sorry.
I was like, nothing is coming up. Shrine of Diligence. There we go. However, before the shrine itself can be reached...
I've already oh, well, yeah, the shrine itself, fine.
Well, I would suggest continuing to look for secret doors. That would be my suggestion. If I were to have looked something up.
God, I revile this game. They've made There's currently, I don't know whether he's finished. There is somebody going over my Bard's Tale videos and telling me about how I'm wrong and how I just hate the game because I didn't adequately prepare for it. You know a video game is good when you have to prepare for it.
Yeah.
It requires study in order to play the game. Bard's Tale, Europa Universalis 4, those are in the same category. I'm gonna flood fill again, looking for secret walls, which I am very bad at seeing.
Are you suggesting I should be watching too? I also don't know whether the secret wall is going to be on the outside or if it's going to be in one of those small, tiny
Yeah, that's
chambers.
why I'm flood filling. It's the only way.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah.
Hey, Mallow, is ChatGPT back yet? Could you ask it for the family tree of Sir Barcono Shivery?
It's not back yet, no. You could go invisible while you're doing this, just to where monsters don't bother you, and then once you find it, just reload.
Are they closing doors? They are, because these are all unlocked.
Yeah. Are
Maybe
you not going to take my advice?
Closing doors. I'm not heeding your advice. Does it look like I'm heeding your advice?
Hey.
I think I only have mass invis, so honestly,
Yeah.
I think it's better off just to.
I still say mass invis and then just reload, like I said.
That's a fair point. I mean, I am, yeah.
That's part of the game.
Yeah.
You're not cheating.
1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2.
You can also use a gem
4,
roll once
2.
you get to the right spot to sort of see the overall picture, the big picture.
5, 2, 6, 2, 7, 2, 7, 3. Problem. 8, 3. No. 7, 4. 6, 4. 6, 3. 5, 3. 4, 3. 2, 3. What even are these?
You skipped 3-3.
2, 3. Yeah, I know why I skipped 2, 3, 3. 1, 3.
I do too, because it's on the diagonal.
1, 4. 2, 4. 3, 4. Oh, luckily torches last across the cosmos. 3, 4. 4, 4. 4, 4 is the center. No
All right.
great surprise. 5, 4. 6, 4. 7, 4. 7, 5. Has there ever been more exciting commentary? 6, 5. 5, 5. 4, 5. 3, 5. 2, 5. 1, 5. 1, 6. I revile this game. 2, 6. 3, 6.
Did you see it? 3-6?
3, 6. I seen.
How much do you hate this game?
1,
All right,
1.
finally, ChatGPT.
1, 2.
I'll wait until you find your 3-6.
2, 2. 2, 3. 3, 3.
3-3, and then just south, 3 more.
3, 4. 3, 5. 3, 6.
I hope there's only one.
I was about to say, up this ladder, there is just going to be this again. It's just going to be the exact same thing. I am going to write down where this is, because I might need to come back here.
So why isn't there anything being done about hallucinations in large language models? In other words, LLMs confidently stating false information as if it's real. The answer is hallucination in large language models, where they confidently present false information as fact, is indeed a well-known issue. Although it's a challenging problem to fully solve, significant research and development efforts are underway to mitigate it. Here's why it's difficult and what's being done. Why hallucinations happen, data limitations, yada yada yada, lack of real-time knowledge, yada yada yada, statistical nature, yada yada yada, steps being taken to reduce hallucination, fact-checking systems, yada yada yada, model updates and fine-tuning, yada yada yada, post-processing techniques, etc., human-in-the-loop systems, etc., model interpretability research, etc., plugin integration, etc. Challenges, balancing creativity and factual accuracy. One reason hallucinations persist is that models are designed to be creative and flexible in generating text. Striking a balance between creative expression and factual correctness is tough, since reducing hallucination too much can also make models overly cautious, limiting their usefulness in tasks that benefit from creativity. Number 2, the scale of data. LLMs are trained on internet-scale data that includes vast amounts of misinformation and inaccuracies, which are reflected in their responses. Yeah, but that's not the problem here. Even if models are fine-tuned, ensuring the elimination of all potential for hallucination is an extremely complex task. I mean, it's not a completely incorrect statement, but I would say the balancing creativity and factual accuracy is probably a big component, but the problem is it should be able to distinguish between when something is supposed to be factual and when it's supposed to be creative.
Here is fundamentally the entire problem. LLMs have no mechanism by which to know what truth is. They have no sense that certain things are true and certain things are not.
Fair enough.
You see a
now, what did you want me to ask?
Statue of the evil Exodus. That You still remember vividly how how someone with a name vaguely similar to yours defeated Exodus in your third visit to Britannia. I somehow perfectly visited these in the right order. Using the 4 cards, you tricked the accursed machine into destroying itself. The statue speaks. We meet again, Avatar. Fear not, I have but one task now and am no threat. The gargoyles have enshrined my spirit here as the embodiment of diligence. I was once a powerful demon. Exodus was a computer, says Becklad. I'm willing to believe it, I just don't remember. Diligence was the essence of my soul, unswerving diligence in my path of conquest. But in my devotion to achievement, I lost sight of my original goals. Diligence without a goal is as worthless as a goal without diligence. The means cannot replace the end, and diligence cannot be the goal. The gargoyles understand diligence. Their society is based on the diligent leading the wayward. More racism.
On the diligent.
The diligencia leading the wayward.
Yes.
In this way, they maintain their fight for survival in their harsh world. Contemplate what thou hast learned. Repeat after me the mantra of diligence. Us. Honoris. Unor us. Thy understanding is flawed, but I can teach thee no more.
Is that something?
Oh. I think like Honorus is something. Honoris.
Yeah, that's true.
Thou wilt need diligence to succeed in thy quest, Avatar, but thou wilt most of all need a clear vision of thy goal to be worthy. Thy deeds show the value of thy diligence. Peace out. I am not even checking this room for all the damned demons in it. Gee, so many corpses here and no Lord British. Well, it's like 9:30 in the morning, so he's still asleep.
Speclad, I tried asking ChatGPT for the family tree of Sir Barcono Shivery, but unfortunately it's still giving me problems. Once it comes up, I'll let you know.
Will it hallucinate a family tree, or will it for once say, I don't know of any character named Sir Barcono Shivery? I guess maybe now I can go back to Gargletown and...
Yeah, I would do that. If it does say it doesn't know of a character named Sir Barcono Shivery, then it will have something in common with me.
Good point, Specklad. It is downright insulting that Mallow doesn't have an encyclopedic knowledge of all of the Mama Pepperoni characters.
I don't know that one.
Sir Barcono Shivery has appeared a few times. I don't remember how to get to town from here. This'll be good. This'll be absolutely perfect.
All right, here we go. It seems like Sir Barcono Shivery might be a fictional or less well-known character, as I couldn't find any existing information about him. Could you provide more context or details about Sir Barcono Shivery's origins, family members, or story? That would help me craft a family tree or background that fits your description.
Craft.
Yes. Sir Barcono Shivery features in several Mama Pepperoni tweets.
Is this in the same conversation where you asked about Mama Pepperoni?
And I'm going to say which you have yet to reference correctly. Instead, you have given LLM hallucinations. Yeah, basically saying that they're part of a Twitter lore or meme culture, and they may not have extensive, widely available backstories, and if I'm looking for a custom family tree for Sir Barcono Shivery based on those tweets, could I provide some details about his family members or the relationships mentioned in the lore? They'd be happy to help create one.
I'm trying to remember. Dang it, this is very frustrating because I used one of these as my shortcut back, but I don't remember how to get there anymore, and I don't remember which one was the shortcut.
Yeah. I'm going to say, if I also mention the characters Torbo,
Dave,
Dave's experience.
Dave's experience says.
Dave's experiences. What other character is there? Recurring character.
Dark Pierre. Good point, Speclad. Dark Pierre is one of my favorite characters.
And Dark Pierre. Would that ring any bells? Now that you've mentioned Torbo, Dave's experiences, and Dark Pierre, it seems like you're referring to a set of characters tied to a specific internet narrative, likely connected through Twitter threads or a particular meme subculture. While these characters may not be widely recognized outside that context, it seems they exist in a playful, creative lore constructed through tweets or social media interactions. I mean, that's not wrong. If you're looking for a family tree or more background on these characters, I'd love to help you create. Okay.
I think that suggests a greater degree of whimsy than the actual characters have.
Yeah. I'm just going to come out and say it. Mama Pepperoni. How would you describe Mama Pepperoni? Is it a text generated? What would you say?
Wait. I have a description of it at mamapepperoni.com. Let me.
That's right. You do, don't you?
Possibly a real restaurant, or possibly a rogue AI trained on weird gay erotica and food ads.
I am going to say that very specifically to ChatGPT.
Is cannibalism whimsy? Asks Speclad in chat. Well, to somebody it is.
Mama Pepperoni describes itself as possibly a real restaurant or possibly a rogue AI trained on weird gay erotica and food ads. That's Mama Pepperoni. Thanks for the added description. It seems that Mama Pepperoni has a tongue-in-cheek, humorous, and meta identity, playing off the idea of being either a real restaurant or a rogue AI trained on unexpected inputs like erotica and food advertisements. With this playful lore in mind, would you like to build on Sir Barkono Shivery's family tree with similar eccentric, humorous, and surreal elements? If you have specific traits or roles for the character, yes, that's what I'm going to say. Yes, and make sure to draw off of weird gay erotica themes. Got it! Here's a fun, creative family tree for Sir Barkono Shivery and his extended weird gay erotica-inspired family within the surreal world of Mount Pepperoni.
Why is ChatGPT willing to do this?
The Shivery clan family tree. 1. Sir Barkono Shivery, patriarch. Title: The Spicy Knight of Sauce. Personality: dashing, suave, and overly dramatic. Sir Barkono leads his family with flair and an extra dash of flamboyance. Known for his excessive love of pepperoni, he's also got a sensual side, forever caught between noble chivalry and steamy cravings. Signature trait: always wears a cape made of pepperoni slices and a mustache that curls just perfectly. I'm going to let you read before I continue.
To have wreaked great havoc in this land by your theft of the codex, to have no choice but to return it. To know not where the codex is, but to remember that that Captain Bolesh just returned from the codex. I can't believe all of those were just like fact-finding. I haven't gained anything. Yeah. Ask Bolesh of Codex. To suggest to seek him, to try the healer's house to the north. Okay.
Alright, let's continue. Dark Pierre, estranged brother. Title: The Sinister Saucier. That is such a good title. Personality: Dark Pierre is Sir Barkono's rebellious, leather-clad brother. Leather-clad, huh? Constantly lurking in the shadows of the kitchen.
It gay erotica. What is this?
Constantly lurking in the shadows of the kitchen, spicing things up in all the wrong ways. Mysterious and brooding, Pierre represents the darker desires of the family with a secret passion for stirring up hot trouble. And hot is italicized, by the way. Signature trait: a chili pepper-shaped whip and a long trench coat made of pizza dough. Relationship: considers Barkono an uptight prude, secretly jealous of his spotlight.
See a strong, winged gargoyle warrior. He is sorely wounded. The gargoyle struggles to sit up. The false prophet! But to wear the amulet of submission, just like Dark Pierre, then to express awe at your honor and courage. Name. You're gonna be Bolesh. To be named Bolesh Us is diligence.
Yep. it is indeed.
Agralem, Bolesh the troop leader. To lead what remains of our forces into battle, to have recently returned from a mission to your side of the world, to have tried to reach the Codex. To have victory between our claws, but to have been thwarted on the verge of success, to have encountered an impervious force field around the Codex. To know that such a field surrounding the Codex to know that such a field surrounded the Codex when my people possessed it, to remember that only those on sacred quests for wisdom could pass. Okay, we know where this is, we know what this is, but we don't know how to be on a sacred quest. To receive a sacred quest at the Temple of Singularity. Okay, great.
You got to talk to that pyramid thing, and yeah.
Oh, I have to say that I need a sacred quest.
Yep.
But to be uncertain whether a human's request would be answered there, to find the temple. So actually, he's the one who told me to go there in the first place. I just didn't understand that I needed to say the magic words, a sacred quest.
All right, let's continue with Torbo, the adopted son.
Let's continue with that after the midstream break.
Next time. After the midstream break. Okay.
Let's Singularity.
Continue with ChatGPT's description of Torbo?
That's the more important thing, but at the same time, I am going to approach the Temple of Singularity.
Fair enough. All right, so Torbo is the adopted son. His title is the Buff Baker. His personality. Torbo is the buff, muscular son adopted by Sir Barcono. His heart is as big as his biceps, and his specialty is kneading dough in ways that are both suggestive and strangely like. Torbo's passion for bread rises to impressive heights, both figuratively and literally. His defining arc, I don't know what that means. His defining arc is balancing his thirst for romance and carbs. Yeah.
It's a real character arc managing to balance his thirst for romance and carbs.
Yes. His signature trait, he's always shirtless, wearing an apron and flexing whenever he makes a pizza crust. Relationship, devoted to his adoptive father, Barcono, but constantly caught in Dark Pierre's seductive schemes. All right, I will get to Dave's experiences next.
But... Have you had a new best bits recently, Aspectlad? So nobody ever suggests them anymore. I think I have like 2 new. I think that I sort of screwed myself because I did the teasers at the start of every video, and everybody just assumes that teasers and best bits are the same thing, and maybe they should be. I seek a sacred quest. Look deep inside thyself, Avatar, and answer this. For whom dost thou truly seek the Codex?
Myself.
Thy answer is foolish. A journey made for selfish reasons can never be a sacred quest, regardless of goal. Think again, for whom dost thou seek the Codex?
Maybe the Gargoyle? What was the Gargoyle's name?
But which Gargoyle?
Or maybe just say the Gargoyles.
My answer is foolish. There is no nobility or honor in betraying one's own race for the sake of another. Such path can never be a sacred quest.
Lord British? I mean, that seems dumb, but...
A journey made for selfish, okay. Apparently, Lord British is me.
Maybe it's for like...
My answer is foolish. My mind must be focused clearly on the path for thy journey to become Zen. Definitely
the camaraderie between the races or something, or maybe like for all or for everybody.
Thy answer is wise.
Wow.
That's stupid and I hate it. But how canst thou truly work for the good of a race whose ways thou dost not understand? Go thou into the catacombs of control, passion, and diligence. In each wilt thou find the final resting place of the big return when thou hast found these catacombs. Okay, I did it. Do you want me to just say the mantras at you?
Yeah, just say... I'd say catacombs again, and then when they ask which catacomb, say which catacomb, and then they'll ask what mantra is for that catacomb.
Control, blah, blah, blah. There you'll find... I'm just going to say on. Mantra.
Say principle.
What is...
Oh, okay, there we go.
Is it Honoris? Let the principle of control guide thy quest. Let the principle of passion drive thy quest. Let the principle of diligence maintain thy quest. Then wilt thou truly achieve the unified spirit and singularity of purpose that is necessary for success in all endeavors. This is the gargoyle way. Let it be thy way as well. The altar glows the cold blue flame. Feel compelled to seek out the codex. Your final quest has begun!
Hey!
Oops, I unbegan my final quest.
All right, shall I continue with Dave's experiences?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, here's the description for the character Dave's experiences. Dave's experiences, the twisted cousin. Title, the connoisseur of kinks. Personality. Yep, you heard it. Personality, as the wild card of the family, Dave's experiences embodies the weird and wonderful intersections of food and kink. He's constantly experimenting in the kitchen, blending aphrodisiacs into gourmet meals and inventing sensual recipes that would make a pepperoni blush. No two of Dave's experiences are the same.
Blush?
Yes. No two of Dave's experiences, italicized, are the same. Sometimes they're delicious, sometimes dangerous. Signature trait, an assortment of bizarre kitchen tools that double as BDSM accessories. Yes, that
like
is what
all
it
the
says.
best kitchen tools.
Yep. Relationship, the family's resident eccentric. Dave gets invited to all the reunions.
He's the resident eccentric.
Yep.
Just him.
Yep. Dave gets invited to all the reunions, but often causes too much house to be tolerated for long. All right, and then number 5, finally, Mama Pepperoni, matriarch. Title, the omnipresent overseer of the oven. Gotta love that assonance. Personality, Mama Pepperoni is the possibly real, possibly AI force that holds this spicy family together. She constantly watches over her boys, in italics, ensuring they...
With just that italicization, it made it abundantly clear that she's the dominatrix of the family.
Yeah. She constantly watches over her boys, ensuring they both fulfill their strange culinary erotic destinies and stay true to their sauce-filled roots. Her influence is pervasive. A sassy comment here, a seductive suggestion there, always guiding them with her no-nonsense charm. Signature trait, speaks only in cryptic, erotically charged food metaphors. Okay, that could not be more accurate. Possibly omnipresent, possibly just an AI trapped in the pizza box.
Trapped in the pizza box?
Yep.
Wait. So, if she's an AI, then she's trapped. If she's not an AI, then she's omnipresent. Yes. Curious.
Family dynamics. Sir Barcono chivalry and Dark Pierre's rivalry simmers with tension as both battle for control over the family's dominant spice. In quotes this time. While Barcono leans toward the chivalrous and romantic, Pierre wants to steer the family towards its darker, kinkier side. Torbo is stuck between his father's noble teachings and Pierre's seductive rebellion, all while showing off his bulging muscles in the kitchen. Dave's experiences, meanwhile, constantly tests the limits of what can be done with food in the kink world, often confusing, sometimes enchanting the rest of the family.
Find yourself a girlfriend with that dominant spice, says in chat.
In the final line, this surreal, erotically charged family tree aligns with the cheeky, absurd, and weird italicized themes of Mama Pepperoni. Let me know if you'd like to add more characters or tweak the family dynamics. Do we have any other character names?
Plenty, but I'm not going to remember all of them off the top of my head. What you'll need to do is go to mamapepperoni.com and scroll through absolutely every single tweet without exception.
I'm hoping somebody in chat, Speclad, I'm looking at you, has any other names handy. Nick Riviera. Nick Riviera was a guest character. All right, let's ask ChatGPT who Nick Riviera is in the context of the Mama Pepperoni family. And now I have to wait for ChatGPT to stop having server issues again.
I'm preparing for what is definitely, actually, truly, probably the final quest. Definitely, truly, probably, actually. So,
They called it the final quest, so...
It's the final quest! Da, da, da. Holy crap, I really need, sulfurous ass.
Sulfurous ass, yeah.
And I need blood moss.
Blood moss. All right, we have an answer for Nick Riviera. In the context of the Mama Pepperoni family, Nick Riviera would likely be a flamboyant, over-the-top character who adds both chaos and charm to the dynamic. Here's how
flamboyant and over-the-top is very foreign to this group.
Nick, oh god, the nickname for Nick Riviera.
Every time you make ChatGPT look at Mama Pepperoni mastodons, it crashes again, says Speculating.
Yeah. So all of the characters both have like a nickname and a title. So Nick Riviera's nickname is the Sleazy Doctor of Delights, and his title is the Quack of Cuisine. Nick Riviera is the resident doctor of the Mama Pepperoni family, but instead of traditional medicine, his specialty lies in dubious pleasure remedies and strange culinary prescriptions. With his fast-talking, sleazy charm, he's always offering questionable advice on how to spice up your life, both in and out of the kitchen. I love that, both in and out of the kitchen. Signature trait, a lab coat stained with pizza sauce and a stethoscope he uses to, in quotes, diagnose romantic dysfunctions. Yeah. He's known to whip up strange concoctions that promise to boost your love life, in parentheses, but usually end in chaos. Relationship frequently gets involved with Dave's experiences attempting to medically verify, in quotes, the effects of his bizarre dishes.
Hi, Joey. Joey can't tolerate it anymore.
He also flirts shamelessly with anyone in the family, though Mama Pepperoni keeps a watchful eye on him. Dynamic, Nick is the comedic, sleazy wildcard who often makes situations worse with his overconfidence and ridiculous remedies, but the family can't get rid of him because his antics always end up entertaining, even if they're not exactly helpful. He's always lurking around, ready with a ridiculous diagnosis for every romantic or culinary problem the family encounters. Does this fit with the tone you're going for, or would you like to add more depth or twists to his character?
Okay, now how are we doing in terms of preparedness? And I don't want anybody telling me that I'm ill-prepared because Bellend is inadequately leveled. We ain't having that.
Speclad, it definitely should have been spelled with a Q, the Quack of Cuisine. Unfortunately, it wasn't.
I probably actually do need more food.
Bigfoot charities. I know that Bigfoot features prominently in Mama Pepperoni, but...
There have been Bigfoot charities mentioned.
I see.
It's like charities for the preservation of Big Feet or something. Incidentally,
I'm going to go out on a limb and also mention...
that it pluralizes Bigfoot to Big Feet. That is not right.
Should I go out on a limb and also ask about something about Bigfoot dick, or should I not
I think that'll push it over the edge, and it'll never answer, and it'll suddenly realize what it's been talking about.
Possibly, but you can edit a response, and then it will forget and then it will pretend like that didn't exist.
Hooray for spam. Maybe I should stop streaming on Twitch,
spam.
too. No. Harmful dispute. Where's the fooderia? Oh. Fine. Just going to ignore the fact that the game broke itself for a second there. Okay, we're going to hope that's adequate. And whatever sound I just heard of something falling down is probably fine.
It's fine.
So I have bread and I have horse meat, so I can make many sandwiches. I'm on a sacred quest now.
Horse sandwiches. Well, there's the codex, and there's the 3 rings.
As always, the codex is open to the pages bearing exactly the information you need. To return the codex to the vortex, place a convex lens exactly midway between the codex and the flame of singularity. The flame... Place the so that the light from the flame converges on the codex. I need to actually write this down. Between the codex and the flame of infinity, so that its light diverges over the codex. Then place the 8 moonstones within the vortex cube. So that's why we can do that.
Yeah.
Set it on the ground in front of the codex and use it to return the codex from whence it came. Okay. Place a convex... Okay.
Yeah, you're trying to focus the singularity and expand the infinity.
So I have one broken lens, and that is how close I am to fulfilling this quest.
Yeah.
Okay, place a convex lens between codex and flame of singularity. So the light from the flame converges on the codex, plays a concave lens between codex and the flame of infinity, so that its light diverges over the codex. Looks like we won't finish this one today, lad, says Speculated in chat. Yeah, right, as if that was even remotely possible. Then place the 8 moonstones within the vortex cube. Moonstones in vortex cube. Set it on the ground in front of the codex. In front of...
Presumably where the Venn diagram is.
Oh, I was assuming right where I'm standing. In front of the codex, and use it to return the codex from whence it came. So use the cube.
Do you have the vortex cube?
I know that we saw the vortex cube. I assume I stole it, because that's how I roll.
I hope you stole it.
So there's the broken lens. That's cloth. Maybe I didn't steal it.
I'm not seeing a vortex cube.
Just cast Vanish on the codex, says Nettie in chat. That'll do it.
Yeah.
A broken lens. It doesn't tell me whether it's convex or concave. I guess I'm just going to have to make a guess.
Well, you have to get it repaired first, presumably.
Well, yeah, obviously. That's a holy brazier.
Yeah, you're going to have to figure out which one is... I mean, presumably blue is infinity and purple is singularity. But that's just an assumption.
So, I know several things about the lens, but not even remotely where I could get it repaired, nor where I could get another lens and
it's time to start asking people about lenses.
Yeah, it's time for that to be the automatic ask everyone question.
Yep.
Name, lens, says Speclad in chat. I don't even need to ask them their name anymore. I'll just walk up to people and scream lens. But first, I think maybe I didn't rob the place because, like, all of the loading about, me having killed the most important character and such, maybe somewhere in there things got a little bit confused. Yeah, I think we just left it here with the thought, well, we know where to find it, or not.
Okay, I did successfully break ChatGPT. My next line was, "This is great. Who among the family is likeliest to be involved in Bigfoot charities? I know Torbo is the most likely to be associated with Bigfoot Dick." Oh, should I let you read first?
That item is lost, stolen by human thieves years ago. To have heard the humans mention the name Stonegate as they fled. Okay, so the vortex cube is at Stonegate. I thought it was actually still here, but I guess not. To have heard them say they would sail through Lost Hope Bay. To know nothing more of its whereabouts.
You know where Lost Hope Bay is, right?
To suspect it to be someplace in the human-filled underworld. So I know that Lost Hope Bay is... Like, I have heard Lost Hope Bay before, but am I gonna remember which bay is Lost Hope Bay?
I believe
I would assume it's
from the map, if I remember.
Den.
No. That is not correct. I believe from the map, if I remember correctly, that Lost Hope, yes, and I'm looking at it now, it definitely is, because that's, I think, where you're supposed to go. Anyway, it's the bay that Minok is on, I believe.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I don't have a problem telling you that for a couple reasons, but one of the reasons is because I'm pretty sure the map has that labeled as Lost Hope Bay. Yeah, that is correct. That is the right bay. The large bay, not the tiny bay that Minnock is on, but the larger bay.
To be sure to show the human lens maker the vortex lens. Also to be sure to tell the human lens maker that his lens must be concave.
Well, you already knew the concave lens needed to be associated with the
Yeah, well, I need
singularity.
convex and concave. The question is, is the vortex lens the concave
one that you have or not?
one?
Yeah.
To be most important, concave.
So vortex is concave. Which lens do you have? Do you know?
Well, I have the vortex lens, but the vortex lens is the one that goes with the singularity, surely, which is the convex one. The concave one goes with infinity. I think the human... Okay, so the vortex lens is a gargle-made lens that we need a human to repair. So it's the gargle lens, which is convex. We also need the lens maker to make a concave lens.
Oh, his lens must be... Yes, you're right. Okay.
Let's go ahead.
Shall I continue, or shall I read ChatGPT's response to my query?
Sure.
In the context of Mama Pepperoni family, Dave's experiences is the likeliest to be involved in Bigfoot charities. Given his experimental nature and passion for exploring strange and unusual causes, Dave would probably have a deep fascination with cryptids like Bigfoot. He could justify his involvement by combining his bizarre culinary experiments with his love for the unknown, possibly hosting kinky is italicized, Bigfoot-themed charity dinners or cryptid awareness events. Dave's experiences, the connoisseur of cryptids. Involvement in Bigfoot charities. Dave would passionately campaign for Bigfoot preservation, possibly blending his love of odd culinary experiences with cryptid culture. Imagine Dave hosting events where he serves Bigfoot-inspired meals, all while lecturing guests about the importance of protecting these mythical creatures, often with a wink, in italics, towards the erotic side of things. Why? His fascination with the bizarre and unexplored would make Bigfoot a natural cause for him. Plus, he loves making everything a bit strange, so why not raise money for Bigfoot while serving his famous Bigfoot-sized baguettes, italicized? And then the next part. Meanwhile, this is short, but meanwhile, as you noted, Torbo would most definitely lean towards Bigfoot dick associations, making him the go-to for body-positive Bigfoot representations.
Body positive?
He'd be more about celebrating the mythical, italicized, size and making suggestive jokes while flexing his muscles.
Yeah. I'm going to try, since I have to go to Minnock anyway, I'm going to ask about the lens maker in Minnock. I don't really have any leads. I feel like Minnock is the most likely place to have a lens maker, just judging by the natures.
Yeah, since it seems to be like
town.
guild hall area. To me, the second most likely would be like Britannia or maybe like the Lyceum or something.
Ooh, I should definitely ask at the Lyceum if nothing else. I'm gonna go to Moonglow.
Yeah.
Plot twist, the jester makes lenses on the side to Specklad. You seem to think that just because I killed him, that would prevent me from availing him of those services. It would not. If anything, it makes it easier for me to use his services.
Because his corpse doesn't ever sleep.
It's true, corpses never sleep.